While we usually love the Griffins for their chaotic energy, there are a few times the writers crossed lines so major that it resulted in real-world outrage.
Bang, bang!
Hey, me too! Bang!
Oh, no one wants to get finger banged by you, Meg.
Why don't you just go finger bang yourself, Meg?
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Massive media feuds, and even episodes getting permanently banned from television. In today's video, we are breaking down the most sus controversy episode of Family Guy. Let's start the show. Kicking things off with Season 8, Episode 21, Partial Terms of Endearment. This is the legendary Lost episode that Fox flat out refused to broadcast in the US because it tackled a real-world issue that was way too hot for network television. I am talking about a storyline where Lois becomes a surrogate, but a sudden, fatal tragedy forces her into making a highly debated and controversial medical choice. The episode starts at Lois's 20-year college reunion, where she reconnects with an old friend named Naomi.
Well, let's just say Naomi and I experimented quite a bit in college.
Naomi mentions she has a special proposition for Lois and Peter, and of course, Peter's mind immediately goes into the gutter, assuming they are asking for a spicy three-person bedroom activity.
Oh my God, I don't believe it. I'm gonna have a three-way. This even tops a mermaid.
But Naomi and her husband Dale actually reveal that they have been struggling to conceive, and they ask Lois if she would be willing to act as their surrogate.
Oh my God. You want me to carry your child?
Yes.
What?
Always trying to do the right thing, Lois agrees, goes through the medical process, and happily announces to the family that she is officially pregnant. But the happy news takes a shockingly dark turn when Naomi and Dale are involved in a fatal car accident and pass away.
I can't believe they're gone. They had their whole lives ahead of them.
Well, I'll be the one to say it. What are you gonna do about the baby?
Suddenly, Lois is carrying a child for parents who are no longer around. Peter, lacking absolutely any tact or sensitivity, bluntly suggests they should just send it on up to Dale and Naomi. They head down to a family planning center to figure out their options.
Feel a little better about it. I think this may be the right thing to do.
Mrs. Griffin, let's keep a boy safe, legal, and rare.
But Peter gets completely brainwashed by a group of protesters outside. They show him a wildly exaggerated propaganda video, claiming that ending a pregnancy is not only a heinous crime, but also larceny, jaywalking, and securities fraud.
Now that you know this, do you want an abortion?
No, I do not!
Suddenly acting as the ultimate defender of the unborn, Peter tries to force Lois to stop, even threatening to literally blow the clinic up if she goes inside.
I am here to save you and protect you. I have seen the light!
Realizing they are getting nowhere by fighting, Lois and Peter decide to go home and have a long, serious, and respectful discussion about their options.
Sorry if you disagree with me, but according to the law, it is still my right to choose what I do with my body.
But instead of showing us that emotional, nuanced conversation, the show pulls the ultimate rug pull. It abruptly cuts to Peter sitting in the living room, simply stating, "We had the A word," followed immediately by a cheerful, "And that's all, folks." The incredibly blunt, unapologetic ending, combined with the heavily debated subject matter, got this episode permanently banned from US television, making it practically impossible to find on streaming to this day. Moving on to Season 8, Episode 14, Harassment. We all know workplace harassment is a seriously heavy topic, but leave it to Family Guy to try and turn it into a comedy plotline, which absolutely infuriated fans. In this episode, the writers take a situation where Peter is relentlessly pursued by his boss, Angela, and somehow make Peter the one who has to apologize and compromise. The chaos actually starts when Peter goes to record Stewie's school play, but gets distracted and films actor Richard Dreyfuss in the crowd instead.
For crying out loud.
Hey, Dreyfuss, where you going? Get back here! Dreyfuss, what are you doing here in Quahog?
After selling the footage to a news channel, Peter gets a taste of the paparazzi life and starts aggressively filming people around Quahog.
And I got $100 for it, which I used to buy this $4,000 video camera. Meet Peter Griffin, video paparazzi.
During a scuffle while harassing Ollie Williams, Peter's glasses are broken, forcing him to wear his contact lenses to work. This is where things get incredibly uncomfortable. Without his glasses, Angela suddenly notices Peter's blue eyes and becomes instantly, uncomfortably obsessed with him.
Drop my pencil.
Oh, I'll get it for you.
Yeah, this is gonna work out just fine.
She starts making wildly inappropriate advances, even forcing Peter to rub cold soda cans all over his neck to satisfy her weird fantasies.
Now get out of here, you
It gets so extreme that she even installs a highly questionable hole in the office wall just for Peter.
Oh, God.
Desperate for a way out, Peter turns to the ultimate degenerate for advice, Quagmire.
I don't want to get fired and have to look for another job. What the do I do?
I might be able to help you, Peter.
Quagmire generously offers to do the dirty work for Peter by hiding inside Peter's clothes to sleep with Angela. But the second Quagmire actually gets a look at her, he completely bails and leaves Peter stranded.
I'm tired of playing games, Griffin. I mean, let's go. I have waited long enough. I'm having with you right now.
Finally deciding to stand his ground, Peter rejects her advances and tells her to just fire him, which she does.
You know, this is awful timing, but I remember part of the reason I came over was because my cousin is looking for a job at the brewery.
But here is where the episode crosses the line for a lot of viewers. Peter later goes to Angela's house to give her a piece of his mind, only to find her locked in her garage with the car running, trying to end her own life.
Oh my God!
Peter saves her, and Angela gives him a massive guilt trip,
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the fact that I have nothing to live for.
claiming she was just so lonely. Feeling bad for his abuser, Peter actually disguises himself as a wealthy aristocrat named Reginald and takes her out on a romantic date that ends with them doing the deed.
You must be Angela.
Hi, are you Peter's friend, Reginald?
Indeed I am.
The next morning, Angela casually reveals she knew it was Peter the entire time.
I feel better than I've felt in years. I have my confidence again.
So not only did the show play harassment for laughs, but they had the victim actively reward the harasser. Moving right into season 17, episode 11, Trump Guy. What happens when the most chaotic dad in animation comes face to face with the most polarizing commander-in-chief? You get a wildly meta, deeply uncomfortable, and heavily debated episode that left fans across the political spectrum totally outraged. The storyline kicks off with Peter somehow landing a job at the White House as President Donald Trump's new press secretary. However, his actual highly specific duty is to walk into rooms before the president just to make sure there is no static electricity.
Don't go in there, it's not safe.
Well done, Peter.
The Griffins pack up and move to Washington, D.C., instantly diving into the high life and attending fancy White House dinners.
Oh, this is so exciting. I've never been to a fancy White House party before.
During one of these elite gatherings, Meg keeps getting mistakenly identified as Governor Chris Christie, making her want to leave the event entirely. While trying to find an exit, Meg bumps into Ivanka Trump, who gives her a designer makeover and introduces her to her father.
Hey, Dad, I want you to meet my new friend, Meg.
Pleased to meet you.
But this is where the episode crosses a major line. Meg gushes about her admiration for the president, and in response, he makes a highly inappropriate and completely unwanted advance on her.
Oh my God!
Oh, please. Every president since Washington has done this.
The next day, Meg tries to tell her parents what happened, but in classic, terrible Griffin fashion, they completely dismiss her claims. Peter is too focused on his brand new career to care, so he heads to work anyway. But reality hits him hard when he accidentally mistakes a butternut squash for the president, only to turn around and catch the actual president making another aggressive move on his daughter.
Oh my God, President Trump is assaulting Meg!
Peter finally decides to step up and confront him, which leads to an incredibly meta argument.
Or the actual star your lawyer paid hush money to.
The president fires back, asking why Peter Griffin is allowed to act like a jerk all the time, but he isn't. Peter delivers a sharp clapback, pointing out that Family Guy is just a cartoon that people can turn off, whereas he is the president and is on television all the time.
The Griffins are gonna be better than that now.
What?
You heard me. We are done being mean and insulting like Donald Trump is.
Peter then hits him where it hurts the most by calling him cash poor, which instantly triggers a massive Peter versus the giant chicken style brawl right on the White House lawn. The two violently duke it out, blowing through the nation's nuclear weapons and Diet Coke budget, and even crashing a stolen aircraft into the Washington Monument. The fight only ends when they are miraculously saved from falling by Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau.
Justin Trudeau, the hunky Prime Minister of Canada?
He's not that hunky. Very weak borders.
Peter casually remarks that the president touched his daughter, but he punched him 100 times, so they are fine now. Unsurprisingly, this heavily caricatured portrayal of a sitting president, combined with the deeply uncomfortable assault plotline, sparked a massive wave of real-world backlash. Viewers flooded social media, criticizing the writers for being too heavy-handed and begging them to keep their personal politics out of the show. Wrapping up our list is Season 8, Episode 12, Extra Large Medium. Have you ever wondered what happens when a single 12-word joke sparks a massive, highly publicized real-life media feud between a show's creator and a prominent US politician? Well, things get incredibly messy, and the backlash gets so severe that even one of the show's main cast members actually refuses to support the joke. The episode features a main plot where Peter and Lois get weirdly obsessed with psychics after Chris and Stewie briefly get lost in the woods.
Oh, I knew they'd find you. I knew you were okay. It's just like the psychic said. Thank you all for your help, everybody.
But the real controversy stems from Chris's subplot. Chris develops a huge crush on a girl at school named Ellen, who has Down syndrome.
Hi, Chris.
Wait a minute, that's the girl?
Yeah, isn't she special?
Stewie steps up to help Chris work up the courage to ask her out.
Okay, pick me up Saturday at 8.
Great. See you then.
Even giving him a full makeover set to a lively and highly questionable musical number. Chris successfully asks Ellen out, but the date does not go the way he expected. Instead of being a sweet, innocent girl, Ellen turns out to be incredibly bossy, demanding, and rude. During their date, she forces Chris to give her a shoulder massage.
Now get up, come over here, and give me a shoulder massage.
And when he drops her off at home, she orders him inside to make her an ice cream sundae, only to aggressively berate him for putting chocolate sauce on it.
No.
What's the matter?
Did I say put chocolate sauce on there?
By the end of the night, Chris stands up for himself, realizing that Ellen isn't completely special. She is actually just a jerk, exactly like everybody else. In a weird, twisted way, the show actually offered a surprisingly progressive take on normalizing disabilities by showing that anyone can be a bad date. But the sus behavior and real-world outrage didn't come from Ellen's attitude. It came from one highly targeted line of dialogue. During the episode, Ellen casually states, "My dad's an accountant, and my mom is the former governor of Alaska."
That's better. My dad's an accountant, and my mom is the former governor of Alaska.